Come on in. We're going to talk about 3 customer service misconceptions that prevent business owners from serving well. I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Frances Davis, and just to give you a quick introduction, I am a childcare coach, and I actually work with other business owners as well, and I teach about customer service. I teach business owners how to utilize customer service in their business because your customer service is the heart of your business. And so I come in and I help them sort things out. For instance, if you have a business and you notice that there is some resistance, whether it be with clients or staff, 9 times out of 10, I can pinpoint it to your serving techniques. And so that's a little bit about me, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with today's training. Now, we're going to talk about 3 customer service misconceptions. Now, I want you to hear this because some people think they know what customer service is about. But when you begin to coach with me, hello, Stephanie, you begin to understand that customer service is way bigger than smiling. It's way bigger than being kind and nice. And so I'm going to talk to you about, there are many, but I'm going to talk to you about 3 things that we are doing wrong as it relates to customer service. And now I'm going to look at my notes. You know why? Because I value your time, and I don't want to end this live without having talked about everything that I wrote down that I wanted to discuss with you. And so bear with me as I switch back and forth. But let's go ahead and start with the very first misconception. First one, customer service requires you to be soft. Absolutely not. Now, let me give you 3 points surrounding that. Number 1, not all customers are right. And some customers are not worth saving as customers. Let me give you another example of this and where I find that business owners are misunderstanding what it means to serve. So yes, customer service does require kindness in presenting your material, kindness in making sure that their journey is structured well, kindness in making sure that their needs are met and making sure that there is automation for them. But what it does not require you to be is soft. And so let me give you an example, as I promised. There are times when you're working with a client and you may decide based on their attitude towards something that you've put in place that in order for you to make them happy, you have to bend to whatever their request is. That's not something that you should do as a business owner. Now, there may be times where you do compromise. Certainly, there are times when we should compromise, but there are many times when business owners compromise in an effort to make the customer happy, and that's not the right choice. So that's an example of being soft. And being soft is not something that you want to be when it comes to serving your clients. Let's talk about the second bullet point. The second bullet point is to be clear. When you establish rules, when you establish protocol in your business, it's important for it to be clear. Now, it always makes sense to you, but it's important for us to make sure that it makes sense to our customers, to our clients. And I'm going to also throw in our employees, because if it doesn't make sense, they're not going to be able to follow it. Okay? And so make sure that whatever it is you're presenting is actually clear and they can understand it. The last bullet point for this one is the difference between being a peacekeeper and a peacemaker. Those are 2 different things. And oftentimes I find that business owners, some, not all, choose to be peacekeepers. Now, peacekeeper, being a peacekeeper has its place, but when it comes to running a business, you're going to find that there are many situations that will require you to be a peacemaker. What's the difference? Sometimes peace has to be made. Sometimes you have to take that by force, and that means that you cannot sit on the sideline and not say things that need to be said. And so I'll remind you again, hello, Mr. Ryder. I'll remind you again, customer service is about being kind, but it's not about being soft. And so I want you to consider choosing to be a peacemaker over a peacekeeper, especially when it is critical in whatever situation you find yourself. Number 2, misconception. A satisfied client is a loyal client. I'm going to give you 3 more bullet points about that as well. So here's the first one. Showing up is enough. No, it's not. Just because your client walks into the door, it doesn't make them a loyal client. And if you're in business, what you want are loyal clients over clients, loyal customers over just having a customer. And I'm pretty sure that you can figure out the reason behind that. But I want you to think about building loyalty in your clients. And when they show up, that's not a sign that they are loyal. Let me give you an example. So I do surveys a lot in my business, and there was a survey platform that I use for many years. I think I found out about them in 2015, SurveyMonkey, and I used them faithfully for years. The second I found another platform to use, another survey platform, I switched immediately. But I had been with them for so many years. Now, what I wanted you to pick up on that is the fact that just because your customer seems satisfied to you, that doesn't mean they're going to be loyal to you. And so you want to make sure that you're integrating tips and strategies into your business that will, in your journey, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment, are going to cause them to become loyal and not just clients, not just customers. Next bullet point, mistaking, this is an important one, okay? Mistaking your desires for theirs. And I'll give you an example. So one of the things that I used in my business was coupons. I love using coupons because who does not like to get a good coupon as long as it's of value and is usable? And so even when I was creating it, there was one that I would put in my new client packet. There were like 12 coupons altogether, but one of them was for a free dinner for 4 for pizza. I believe it was Papa John's at the time. And so if one of my clients pulled that coupon out of their booklet or they called it in, our company would send them and their family 2 free pizzas. Now, when I was creating this coupon book, I thought for sure all of my clients were going to try to use that coupon. They did not. I only had a few. And I was confused by that because it's something that I would want. I would want someone to send me a coupon for free pizza. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's what my client wanted. And so when I say mistaking your desires for theirs, that's something that you need to be aware of. So when you go back into your business, look at your practices, look at the things that you're offering your clients. And is this something you want or is it something that they want? Bullet point number 3 for this particular number. Customer journey map is not prioritized. Now, I'm not going to go into my customer journey map, but I want to tell you, having a customer journey map for whatever you do, if you have customers or clients, you need to have a map prepared for them. So this is my actual map that I use in my business that I teach my clients from, and we teach how to take them from engagement all the way to ambassador. That's what you want. When they get to the ambassador level, they're literally promoting your business without you having to do anything. And so it's important for us to remember to incorporate. If you don't have a customer journey map, I highly recommend that you create one for your business because it's going to help you understand how to take a client and promote them to a loyal client using a map. Number 3 misconception. Only large businesses or corporations can afford to integrate loyalty programs. That's not true. And I want to tell you, here's what I'm going to do for these 3 bullet points. I'm going to share 3 different loyalty programs that you can integrate into your program. Now, as you know, my voice is normally for childcare providers, and oftentimes we don't think about this, but if you own any type of business, I recommend that you look into loyalty programs. Again, I'm going to share 3 with you right now. The first one is gamification. Gamification is just super important, and you're hearing about it more and more now, but I want to tell you what it is. So gamification is when you add gaming mechanics into your platform, which normally is not going to be a gaming program or in our case with childcare school. Our clients don't come into our businesses to play games. And so normally when gamification is added into a program, a platform, whether it be online or your website or otherwise, it's going to be something that normally would not be there. Now, I have something I want to share with you really quickly. And I wrote it down because I was blown away when I heard this. And I want you to hear it, okay? I want to talk to you about how important gamification is becoming. And I'm going to read some statistics to you that I found. So bear with me for a moment. And this is a recent report as of February 2022. So just a few months ago, 78% of surveyed people said that gamification in recruiting would make a company or position more desirable to them. Check out another one. 30% of employees claim that game-based learning is more engaging. So think about your staff members. Lastly, 63% of customers say the prizes or items they earn from winning a challenge or a game are more rewarding than getting random coupons or other rewards. And so I want you to hear that, because if you offer a business, if you have clients, gamification is going to help you, especially when it comes to retaining them. Okay, so I want you to really, if you've never heard of it, I want you to look into it, or of course, obviously reach out to me and I can give you some more information about it. Now, here's one other thing I want to talk to you about when it comes to gamification, and I wanted to make sure I didn't forget. And this actually goes back to something I just told you earlier. I'm not really to basketball. Okay, I like it, but I don't watch it. I'm not into it. It's not my thing. It's my husband's thing. Around March, the atmosphere starts changing. I don't know what goes on or what happens to him and others. But here's what I found out that was valuable. Inside my program around March, and you know what happens in March Madness, I decided, let's see how this is going to work out in the business. And so what we did, we integrated a March Madness activity. And let me tell you how it went really quick. And I'll explain why I'm sharing this with you, by the way. So many of our dads were more interested in this. But anyway, and that's a great way to get, your dads involved if you have a childcare service. So when they would come in the evening on the day that we did this, we would have a basketball hoop set up, and you can get the ones that go right over the door. I don't recommend the ones from Dollar Tree, so just go get a better one. Put it right over top of one of your doors, the frame of your door, and create a space where they can come in and shoot some baskets. Now, this is how we did it. They received 3 chances. We gave them a ball. They got 3 chances to shoot the ball into the hoop. If they got it, if they made the basket, if they made the shot, we had a bowl behind them with a bunch of little cut up sheets of paper. On those sheets of papers were dollar amounts. It went anywhere from $1 up to $20, and there were a lot in there. So every time they made a shot, they got to reach into the bowl and take out one of those little slips of paper. And so as you can imagine, this was just so exciting for us. And of course, the kids were there watching it and cheering on their parents. Now, this is something that you can take and transfer to gamification. You can do this right online. And so I'm just giving you some ideas of how you can integrate that into your business, and it's easy to do. If you're not familiar with Kahoot, Kahoot, that is an online platform for utilizing games in your trainings, in your business, on your website. So I want you to look into that. Kahoot, Kahoot. That'll be a great way to integrate that. So it's not something that is far off from you, and that's why I'm having this conversation, because I want to dispel some of the things that come along with incorporating loyalty programs, because you can do it in your business. You can do it in your home business. It is attainable for you. And if you're interested in retaining your clients, you're going to think outside of the box. Okay, here is bullet point number 2, and we're almost done. All right. If this is good to you, if you're learning something, let me know, okay? Tell me in the comments. I appreciate the hearts. Because you know what? Before I go into my last 2, I want to tell y'all something. This is literally my very first IG Live. And so I was nervous at the same time, but I was excited to get in here and share these tips with y'all that I know are going to help your business. And so if it is helping you in any way, I want you to go into the comments and I want you to let me know, all right? So please go ahead and do that for me, and I will appreciate it. Trust me. Okay, so bullet point number 2, under only large businesses and corporations can afford to have loyalty programs. Again, that's a lot. So number 2 is community programs. I talked to you about gamification. The second one is community programs. Now, if you're in education, here is a community program that is very familiar to you, PTA or PTO. Yes, ma'am. Hey, Shell. I'm glad to have you here. Hey, Miss Mel. I'm sorry, I'm not even talking to y'all. Remember, this is my first IG Live, so I want you to give me some grace on that. Thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate that so much. So back to community programs. Again, in education, something that is a well-known community program is PTAs and PTOs. Now those are different. There are a lot of similarities, but those are two programs you can integrate into your school, into your daycare, into your family day home, which is a child care based home program. You can use that. Okay, I want to tell you how beneficial that is because it allows pockets of individuals to come together in a group. And when they have a way to meet and to understand each other and to grow together, what does that say about your business? And so if you've not looked into that, I want you to look into it. Okay, if you are doing that already in your program, share some comments below that others will benefit from. So that's a type of community program. Now you can create your own community program in your center. You can call it whatever you want. Now I didn't mention this, but I do a training strictly about loyalty programs. And I talk to you about 15 loyalty programs that you can use in your childcare program and whatever business that you're in. And so if you want to know more about that, I'm going to tell you how to connect with me anyway. But if you want to know more about that, and trust me, you want to know more about loyalty programs in your business, small, large, whatever size it is, I want you to go to my link tree. When you get out of here, don't go there right now. Go to my link tree. And I want you to go to the program. It has its own link, loyalty programs. All right, let's move on to the next one. Value-based. And this is the last bullet point. Value-based. Yes, Shell, go to my link tree. When you get out of here, don't leave me yet. And I want you to click on the link for loyalty programs. You'll see it. And I think I still have a discount code attached to it. Just click on it. And I promise you, you do not want to miss this. It's going to expand your mind when it comes to retaining your customers, your clients. I could not imagine operating a business without using loyalty programs in it. Anyway, let me go to the last one. Value-based. Now, let me tell you what I love about value-based programs. And this might be something that you're doing. Now, these are your customers who have strong beliefs about our shared concern for social issues. Like they have strong beliefs about it. And they don't care about receiving money back from you. They don't care about earning points. They want to know that the money that they are pouring into you is actually helping a community, helping toward a social issue that we have. Let me give you an example. So in my program, my business donated to St. Jude. And I know most of you are probably familiar with that. Here's the shirt that they sent us. There's their well-known icon or logo. So this is what they sent us. Now, of course, they only sent us this one. So it wasn't as if I could give out shirts to everyone unless I decided to purchase them. And that was not something that I planned to do. But just to give you an idea, this shirt could easily be framed and hung up or unframed and hung up in your welcome area so that all of your families know their money is going toward a great cause. St. Jude is just one example. There are many communities or many other ways that you can pour back into a community, especially if it's for a social issue that we all have, that we all face. And so that's something that you can do. You can put that in your area so that other parents and other visitors come in and they know that their dollars are actually going to help an issue that we face in our world. And so that's an example of a value-based loyalty program. If you've not considered it, I definitely recommend that you look into it. And you're always going to be looking for ways to improve the life of others. And so I definitely recommend, again, I cannot say that enough, look into these ideas that I've given you. Y'all, that's all I have for you today. And so I need you to do me a favor, okay? I promised myself that I was going to open these cookies and I was going to eat them if I added value to you. And so if I did, I want you to give me some hearts. I want you to give me some hearts. And as soon as I close out of here, I'm going to open this bag and I'm going to eat some of these cookies. That's my prize to myself. Remember, if you want to get connected to me, if you know that your business, your customer service needs CPR, if it's dead, I can help you bring it back to life. And I want you to reach out to me. Visit my link tree, which is in my bio on my Instagram page. Just click on it. Linktree will pop up right away for you. And then you can peruse the site, take a look, find out what it is that you need that I can help you with. And I'm ready to help in any way that I can because I love to serve. And so if there's something that I can do for you, I want you to reach out to me. Anyway, y'all, I'm done. This is my first, hopefully not my last IG Live, and I look forward to being with you. You were looking for a reason to eat them cookies. Yes, I was, Mike. And let me see, did somebody say I added value? Look, y'all, I need to eat these cookies. I need somebody to let me know I did a good job. Okay, Mike, don't you say anything. Somebody else, did I do a good job? Did I help you in any way? Come on now. Come on, somebody, one person. Can I eat these cookies? Thank you, Shell. Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't forget, let me know how I can help you with adding more customer service to your business. This is Frances. I have enjoyed my time here with you today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope you have a great holiday. Thank you, Miss Mel. See y'all.